it's not that you're super lazy and you just don't want to get it done. It's that you've scheduled it at a time that just simply does not work for you and your personality. Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Megan and I create videos all about mindset, confidence, and really just finally going after your dream life. So today's video is actually in response to a comment that I got on a recent video talking about how to create your ultimate routine. And basically what they were saying is like, that's all great, but what do you do about procrastination? This is a really great question and something I think that we can all definitely relate to. So if you feel like you really struggle with just getting to it, then I hope you find this video helpful. So let's go ahead and dive into it. The root of procrastination is really a mindset that is in distress. There's something about that activity that has you feeling overwhelmed. If you're feeling like a tremendous amount of procrastination on the same thing over and over and over again, maybe it's looking at like the why or what that gets you to, and if that is required, if maybe you need to look at alternative options, if you can get help, if you can outsource. Maybe the why isn't strong enough. If you don't really want something bad enough and you don't have that emotional connection to it, you're just simply not going to take the action to do it. So I think that's a really important place to start. Secondly, we have to look at our mindset and limiting beliefs. So if this is something that you, for whatever reason, just don't feel is possible, like deep down in your soul, no matter how bad you want it, no matter how big your why is, if you don't think that it's possible for you to succeed, you're not going to do it. If it seems so far off that it's just not possible, then it's time to really take a step back and maybe put our marker just like a little bit closer to our current reality. So for example, I want to be a millionaire. Logically, I can understand how eventually I should be able to get there. But right now, to have a goal of $1 million in income just seems so far off that it's not even motivating to me, if that makes sense. It doesn't seem within my current reality enough that I'm really going to push myself and go the extra mile, because I feel that going that extra mile is actually going to get me there. The third thing to consider is, are you making it bigger than it needs to be? A lot of times when we're feeling procrastination, we're building up these things in our mind to take longer, to be more work, to be more draining than in reality they are. And a lot of times we lose more energy in the procrastination and in the going back and forth and bargaining with ourselves of when we want to do something or why, or if we should or if we shouldn't. And if you are able to hold yourself accountable and to actually just show up, it's way less energy and way less work than we often imagine it to be. All in all, the big answer to this is you need to build that trust muscle with yourself. So here are some suggestions on how you can start to do that. First things first, I think having a mantra or an I am statement can be really powerful. And this is something that I want you to start every single day with. You wake up, you start your day, you write this line down. I honor commitments to myself. That's it. It's pretty simple. And you're just gonna keep repeating that to yourself as much as possible. If you have something planned and you feel that procrastination setting in, you have it on the schedule, it's coming up in 15 minutes, that's when you start to replay that in your mind. I honor commitments to myself. I honor commitments to myself. That'll probably give you the push to show up. And then once you show up and you do it, then that really connects the circle. And when you do that multiple times over and over again, then you really start to lose some of that resistance to doing the thing, because your body knows how good it's gonna feel when you actually do it. Start small and work up. So like we talked about, a lot of times we're making things so much bigger in our head. Maybe it's really like working incrementally. So if you had a report to write, maybe your goal for today is to write one sentence of the report, and that's it. And be okay with that. If you write that one sentence and you don't feel like doing more, then just leave it at that. And then the next day, try and write 2 sentences. And the feeling, again, of incrementally upgrading and doing more and more is gonna make you feel better and better, and you're gonna start to lose that resistance to getting started, because again, you know the result that you get when you actually do it. Set a timer for 15 minutes. This is like a super common suggestion, but I find it so helpful, and I do this all the time with myself. I actually usually set an hour-long timer for myself, but figure out what works for you. If you want to start super small, then start super small, and maybe that's another way that you can incrementally increase. It's all about just sitting down, getting dedicated for that specific amount of time, and then letting it go, and then being able to enjoy your day without the weight and without the guilt and the stress of the fact that you didn't do it. At the end of the day, you actually don't even enjoy your time when you're procrastinating. How many times have you canceled a commitment or a task that you had planned, and then you sat there watching TV feeling guilt and anxiety the entire time about canceling? So also reminding yourself that you don't enjoy the procrastination. What you do enjoy is relaxation, and relaxation is something totally different, and it comes from feeling accomplished and then being able to unwind and detach at the end of the day. Get an accountability partner. Something that can be super helpful is just having that person who is on par with you, who is really looking to improve their lives as well, and maybe they're also struggling with that procrastination. And even that could be yourself. You can be your own hype person. Set timers on your phone, set reminders to pop up and say, "You've got this. You take action. I'm a go-getter. I honor my commitments." There's so many ways that you can just sprinkle this into your day without really even trying, and to get that extra boost and that extra push of motivation, whether it's from yourself or it's from a friend. If you do find you're needing that extra accountability, definitely hit me up on Instagram. I am always trying to push through and improve myself, and I am happy to help you do the same. So let's work through this as a community and get shit done. A really important thing to consider is the time of day that you're trying to do these activities. Maybe it's not that you're super lazy or that you're procrastinating and you just don't want to get it done. It's that you've scheduled it at a time that just simply does not work for you and your personality. And a great example of that for myself is writing. If you want me to sit down and write a beautiful piece of content at the end of a long day, I'm going to stare at the screen. I'm not going to be efficient. It's going to take me probably triple the time that it normally would, and at a lower quality. As opposed to if I wake up and jump into copywriting first thing in the morning and I plan that, and that's how I'm going to start my day, I'm effective, I'm creative, I get things done, I get it done way quicker. My body, my brain just functions better at that time of day, and I have so much more clarity. So when you get to know yourself and know what makes you tick, then it's a lot easier to schedule these things in a way where you're also not feeling that resistance, because it just works better with you and with your schedule. And then last one, and this one is a big one for me, how can you make the task more enjoyable? This is a weird little game that I play with myself all the time, whether it's just a hot coffee and then dedicating myself to an hour of work, whether it's finding a new playlist that I'm really excited to put my headphones on and just jam out and get things done. What can you connect this task to something that you really enjoy, or maybe a reward that you get after? I know procrastination can be a tough one, and it's tough to give tangible advice to just get started, because so much of it really is just getting started. But that's where all of our mindset practices really do start to cement and build a foundation and really incrementally build us up into having these better habits and better manage our day, our energy, and how we really show up and go about our lives. So I hope you found this video helpful. I'll leave some links down below for some different tools that you can use. Toggle is really amazing for tracking your time. I have a couple habit trackers that I really like to use that just help me stay focused and stay on task and really build that confidence and trust with myself. And then I'll also link a couple different videos down below on managing your energy, shifting your state, those sorts of things that I think can also be really helpful tools to help you get that little bit of oomph that you need to get started. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you'd like to see more videos like this. If you don't follow me on Instagram, check me out there at Megan Krepikevich. Other than that, I hope you're all doing so well, and I will see you in next week's video. Bye guys.